Great, now you're in the shot. Thanks, Sean.
Normalize drugs.
Reporting numerous street racers. Description match suspects that got away earlier. Coexhibit parties were last seen. We have a caller on the line from County City.
1237. Show me a brief line. A minor driver. Give me a backup position.
Welcome back, guys. On this episode, we're going to be modifying the stock Charger headlights left and right with some sweet RGB Halo Kits and some RGB additional lights for the outer surround DRLs, as well as the Halo, like I just mentioned. We got some 80mm halos, RGB Halo Kits. This video is not sponsored by it, but we went ahead and grabbed a set to complete these two headlights for our Charger that we've been working on. So in this episode, we're going to go through installing those. Step one is we got to get the factory lens covers off of both headlights. The easiest way to do that is with an oven, 250 degrees or so for 20 minutes. It can be done with other tools, heat guns, IR lights, etc. Just a lot easier with an oven. So that's what we're going to go ahead and try. So we're going to go ahead and swap to taking the headlights off, the lenses off. So we're going to go ahead and move to taking the lenses out and getting these halos and RGB kits installed. Boom, and we're back, guys. So we ended up just baking off the lenses on these Dodge headlights. Came off super easy, about 20 minutes in the oven for about, I want to say 250 degrees. Anyway, pretty simple. They just pull off. We tried playing around a little bit with the heat guns. Just not a really ideal way to do it, to get the uniform temperature across the entire headlight, and you end up usually messing up the plastic on the side just because they're so tough. So we've got those lenses off, and that allows us to see the actual inside of the headlight. And the parts that we're going to be changing out are the end LEDs to an RGB style. So I believe there's 3 total, 1 in the corner here and then 2 up here. And then we're going to be adding that halo light around the actual projector lens here. So to go with all of that, you can see the RGB Halo Kit here. Got a couple of drivers for the LED systems, those halos. We were able to get the diffusers onto these SMD Halo lights. Looks really good. I believe these are 80mm. Have a stick back, etc. There's even a nice little notch up at the top that those will go into. So really nice. Looking forward to see the halos in there. We kind of just did a little test fit. I'll show you guys here in a second. So to go along with these nice LED kind of daylight running lights and halos, we've got some actual LED lights that we're going to be throwing into the projector. We've got some Diode Dynamics SO1s. These lights are a 9005 actual bulb style, and so those will ultimately seal up this entire light and really just give it that perfect nice white light, much like an HID. We've used them in a few other chargers, so super ideal. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start through this whole process, getting the LED RGB drivers installed, taking off a few of the parts. Additionally here, we got some eTorx bits that we're gonna be removing. Probably start on one. I'll have one of our other folks help us as well. And yeah, just kind of push through it. Got a really nice little controller here. If you want to do, you know, rainbow light displays, we're probably planning on keeping a pretty normal color scheme, but definitely really cool abilities with these electronic controllers and so forth, and it's all Bluetooth equivalent or RF equivalent. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this set up. Ultimately, we're going to bond these lenses back in, do some filming of what they ultimately look like on the car that we've got situated here. And oh, and I don't want to forget that ultimately once we get these guys bonded back on, we'll do one more polish on the actual plastic here, and then we have some PPF that will go over the clear plastic to make sure no rock chips or anything is going to damage the lights, since we're putting this much time and effort into these sweet Charger headlights. All right, let's go ahead and get to it, guys. All right, guys, so we're going to be changing up a little bit with the plan for the Charger headlights. We've got the really nice diffused halos. I just showed those. We got some epoxy on the back of those and waiting for them to cure. But we went ahead and upgraded from the original style that we first showed, which was the diffused light with the backing LEDs that would be mounted right here and here, because we wanted to opt for the exact same style of diffused SMD halos that we have on the actual halo of the center projector. And so we got these, same company, RGB Halo Kits, and these have a synthetic diffuser over the top of the SMD line that allows us to actually just replace the acrylic lines that would normally act as the, kind of like a lightsaber diffuser for the 3 LED, I guess it'd be 4 LED lights, 3 boards that go into this front showpiece of the light. And so we're gonna go ahead and add these in. These are just stick tape that go into the original slots there and there, and see how they look. It should match a lot better with the diffused halo that we'll have in the center projector. So right around that. And yeah, that is the plan. We also opted to go with some slightly different LED lights for the actual projectors, the high and low beam. We've got some GTR Ultra 2 LED lights. These are some of the best that you can get on the market. A couple of others like SV4 and I think it's a company started with an Marissa or something like that. Anyway, we're gonna try out these GTRs and see how they look. But at least right now, we are going to go ahead and throw in these diffusers and see how they look on both of the facades for the tail light. Like I said, we don't have to run the LEDs anymore, so we took those out. Get these guys in here, run the lines. We've got a punch through in the back of the headlights already. Hopefully you can see it right there on this guy. That is where the actual lines will come out. We'll probably fill that back in with epoxy so water doesn't get in. And yeah, route the wires. We also opted to go with a slightly different controller. We've got the RGB regulator here. 8 outputs, built-in Bluetooth, so see how this guy works. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with throwing in the long diffusers. Guys, so we got the diffused LED strips into the inner facade, maybe it's the outer facade of the Charger tail lights. Looking pretty good. Not super happy with how they decided to make the ends here. I would think that they would try and bend this board a little bit more and get these end caps to be inside. I'd thought about trying to do that as well by just moving this whole thing, but I don't think that's the way it was designed to do, is to push that all the way underneath, because I think these would just ultimately get squished, because this is actually like a pliable urethane or silicon diffuser. And so yeah, kind of weird how that ultimately works out, but it does look really good from this perspective. So excited to see how the halos look. We're gonna go and throw those guys on there now and reassemble the light. And there we go, guys. We did the test for the LED strips and the halos. We even plugged in our backlight that we're going to be putting into the car once we're done. Anyway, all looks good. The little funky part is we actually have RGB-W and RGB-A in these because of these mix matching of kits, and that's actually a good thing because we're going to replace one of the RF controllers with a Bluetooth controller for the RGB-W so that we can independently control the halo lights from the LED strips running on the side. So it's a little bit more boxes, a little bit more wires, but everything can be tucked away anyway. So now that we've got everything tested, it's looking really cool in red. Just got to throw in these lights and that'll be ready. But we're going to go ahead and get the lenses onto that now. Throw some RTV on this. First, we got to make sure they're super clean on the inside. Get all of the dust, all that kind of stuff out. Probably blow them out. And yeah, we'll go ahead and bond back on the lens. And these things will be pretty ready to go. Then it's all just wire management. So yeah, let's go ahead and bond it.